Are you able to believe it? Experienced hunters from Asia were able to bring down a wild boar that weighed up to 400 kilos and was about the size of a motorcycle. This conflict calls for more than just firearms. It also calls for strategy, patience, and hunting dogs that are not afraid of anything. Wild boars are capable of reaching speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour and have sufficient strength to bring down even a tiny tree, making them difficult to hunt. Now, let's have a look at how they manage to execute this accomplishment. The person we are going to follow today is Kim Chiwak, a seasoned veteran who has more than 30 years of experience hunting. Under his command, the group travels deep into the mountains, where they are joined by vicious hunting dogs. The hunting dog comes to a complete stop. The impression is that it has picked up a scent. Almost instantly, the hunter gives chase to it, intensifying his pace as he does so. In a cautious manner, he loads his weapon. The real fight is about to start. Stay tuned. A shot that is very accurate is fired. Within the blink of an eye, the boar has been brought down, and it is now waiting to be devoured by the vicious hunting hounds. What a hunter with a lot of experience, an execution that is faultless. The hunt may have been a complete and utter failure if the humans and dogs involved had not been equipped with the necessary skills, strategies, and seamless cooperation. This is precisely the reason why humans who lack experience should never confront wild boars by themselves. This next scene is meant to act as a cautionary tale for those individuals who are adamant about hunting by themselves. After half an hour of hiking, two hunters finally make it to an island that is teeming with enormous wild boars. Yes, you are correct. The hunting dogs are around the wild boar in a protective manner. His rifle had been heard by him. Oh, I'm very sorry. The boar is making a comeback, a ferocious fight-back action. Thankfully, a round that will stop your heart. The wild boar is not an easy adversary to face. When they are cornered, they will attack humans without any hesitation. Some of them can weigh up to 400 kilograms, and they can run at speeds of between 40 and 50 kilometers per hour. Not a way out. Yes, you are correct. A massive wild boar is entirely encircled by dogs that are trained to hunt. With a well-placed shot from a seasoned hunter, the pursuit is over. It was a triumphant victory that prevented this terrible beast from destroying the farm. Have a listen to this music. Wild boars are becoming more and more prevalent in residential areas in South Korea as a result of deforestation, which has deprived them of their natural habitat. The wild boars that owned these must have been monstrous in size. As soon as the target is located, the hunting hounds are instantly set free to pursue it. Even the graves in this area have been dug up, which is shocking. The monsters in question are unrelenting. It was simply the dogs barking. This boar must be in the vicinity. What really is going on? Things happen at such a breakneck pace. When only 2 shots are fired, the wild boar is fully eliminated from the game, ascending and descending the mountain. The pursuit of wild boars is not for those who are easily intimidated. The squad is able to trace the track with the assistance of footprints, mud spots, and broken branches. However, even after tracking for 1 to 4 hours, there is no guarantee that success will be achieved. Oh my God, was the shot from the gun sufficient to send the boar to its knees? Wait, because a shadowy figure looms in front of you. It's a huge thing. One may say that this is a true giant, as it weighs at least 200 kilos. Are you prepared to take on wild boar at the same level as these hunters? Otherwise, it is best to keep a safe distance from these enormous creatures. Take note, the dogs that are hunting are making a raging racket. Without a doubt, they have discovered something. It is exceedingly hazardous to go through this region due to the steep slopes and deep waterways. Everyone has the potential to plunge into the abyss with just one simple mistake. In the event that you come across a wild boar in the woods, you should not run away. That will only serve to stimulate their natural drive to hunt. Maintain your composure, proceed with caution, and locate a secure exit. Japan, often known as the country of the rising sun, is renowned for its distinctive culture, as well as its cherry blossoms and Mount Fuji. However, this nation is also dealing with a significant challenge, which is the rapid increase in the number of wild boars. The thick forests and rocky terrain have, without any conscious effort on their part, turned into a paradise for these creatures. They intrude upon agricultural regions, wreak havoc on crops, and inflict significant harm to farmers. For wild boars in Japan, Dense bamboo woods provide the ideal habitat for them to feel safe and secure. In the process of navigating the tough bamboo stalks, they take pleasure in the rich food supply and the natural health that they enjoy. Nevertheless, a struggle that is unseen is taking place in the middle of this unspoiled beauty. My route is blocked by felt bamboo trunks that are strewn around in a disorganized manner as I pursue my aim. As I make my way across the hard terrain and make my way toward my target while it is hidden above, sweat begins to flow down my face. When that happens, the decisive moment approaches. The wild boar is positioned in such a way that it brings me into excellent sight. The trigger is pulled without any hesitation on my part. When the gunshot is fired, the bullet flies straight to its target, causing the boar to fall to the ground in an instant. Before coming to a complete stop with rapid and definite aim, its massive body rolls a few times before coming to a complete stop. An eerie silence can be heard deep within the thick forest, and the only sound that can be heard is the crunching of dry leaves under my feet. Within this battlefield, only hunting dogs that have received extensive training are able to locate the prey. As the most clever predators in nature, wild boars are able to conceal themselves in the shadows and charge at any moment. As if I were walking on the verge of a precipice, I proceed with extreme caution, taking only one step at a time. The topography is steep and prone to slipping. A single mistake could end up being fatal for me. A sudden and ferocious barking from the hunting dogs indicates that there is impending danger. As I make my way downhill, my heart is pounding. Every stride I take is impeded by the natural impediments that are created by fallen branches. The rate at which I breathe quickens, and I take a firmer hold on my weapon. After that, 3 shadowy forms emerged from the scrub of the underbrush. I do not waste any time and immediately raise my weapon, withhold my breath, and squeeze the trigger. An accurate shot reverberates through the atmosphere. We are continuing our search for the ones that are still missing. The tranquility of the forest is shattered by the deafening sound of the gunfire. After each shot, wild boars are eliminated one by one, marking the beginning of a new win. The sounds of wild boar. Snow has not yet completely melted at higher elevations, leaving behind patches of white snow that are dispersed across the ground. As I follow the track, I go into a low crouch and become ready to strike. Following that, a heavy shadow emerges from the dense shrubs below, launching itself forward like an arrow. The trigger is pulled without any hesitation on my part. The gunshot resounds rather than escaping the area. There is a direct charge from the boar towards the hunting dog. However, the bullet has already penetrated a significant portion of its body, forcing it to give out a final roar before completely collapsing. I approach with caution while holding my breath, and then I lift my weapon with me. Another shot that proves to be decisive is fired. It is now nothing more than a lifeless carcass, the once mighty destroyer that once was. In order to express his appreciation to Mother Nature, the hunter makes a respectful bow to the forest before departing. Because in the cycle of survival, every individual, whether they are a hunter or a prey, is a component of the same everlasting balance. When we were on our way back, just when we thought the journey was over, we came across yet another poor boar traveling around. This time, there was no way out of trouble. We were able to remove it, which is yet another triumph in our fight against this invasive species. In addition to weapons, the Japanese also use foot snare traps, which are a more sophisticated and compassionate technique of hunting wildlife. The controlled method of catching wild boars is subject to stringent regulations and necessitates the acquisition of legal permissions due to the damage it does to the ecosystem. After the animal has been tamed, the hunter will pull it out of the jungle, which will mean that the hunt is over.